Foley it's a strange profession, creating sound for film. Never really thought about doing it as a profession, didn't think anybody would pay you to kind of do that full time. Going back to the 90s, I did a music technology degree, and as part of my degree I did work placement with a games company. And that was my first introduction into Foley. You know, I was always drawn to the more technical aspect of the craft, really. And Foley was a happy medium for me. It's an instantly creative role, and it just seems to sit with me really well. There are those who believe you need to get into the character of whatever it is you're covering. Personally, I find what works for me is a more zen state of mind where you're reacting to what's put in front of you. One of the weirdest things we did was a series called The Hunt. There was a Porsche spider, and it feeds on other spiders, but it can plan its attack route. Because it's so small, it usually, in a straight-on fight with another spider, it will generally lose. But it has the ability to strategize about how it approaches its prey. We did a lot of stylized Foley for that. We used a lot of rubber bands stretched out, which we plucked like a guitar string, and we used slinkies stretched, and so you had a lot of that kind of, and then stuck the microphone actually down the slinky, so you got that kind of chambered metallic reverberation, and it worked quite well actually. The nice thing about that whole sequence was when we passed it on to the mixer, he went through and picked out all the rubber band twangs we did and pitch shifted them within Pro Tools and turned them into the lead instrument in the orchestration piece that they'd been given for the film. It's quite rare for the Foley to get used like that. Usually you are the losing artist when it comes to music.
Drawing the spider in to its death.
One of the key things to remember is it's not our film. And there have been instances where we've spent 4 hours on a 5-minute section of film for it all to just get thrown in the bin and to be run on music. It's heartbreaking, but that is the reality of life, unfortunately. The most fun sound I've ever made in a Foley booth was for a CGI animation on Kung Fu Chickens. One particular episode they had a monster that was made out of lipo-sucked fat, which sounds disgusting and was quite disgusting, but quite funny. And we spent half a day filling balloons with custard and throwing them about the booth and just getting incredibly yellow. It's the only way I could describe it, really. Sequences that you spend the most time on are usually drama-based, and it's usually a case of trying to match feet acoustics, because they're quite difficult to do. Learning to walk in high heels takes a bit of practice. I don't know why women wear them, they're so painful. They really are. So uncomfortable. For a reasonable drama Foley artist, it takes 2 years of training. For a natural history, they reckon it's about 3 years. You never stop learning. There's always something you haven't done before. But the keys are having a good prop store, knowing your prop store backwards, knowing what kind of sounds everything in your prop store makes. So as soon as you see something on screen, you can go, ah, I know what I can use for that. Bad sound sticks out like a sore thumb. Good Foley, you shouldn't really notice. You should watch the finished product and not even realise it's there. You should just believe it.